Tiresias, Tiresias, in such matters you're the best. But will the gods turn back on you the gifts with which you're blessed? Ambrosia and nectar, soft white clouds of Mount Olympus. Mighty gods, they lazed around, there was no conflict to be found. Godly duties had all been settled, and now it was pleasure filled the room, and though Zeus and Hera both were there, yet mischief stalked the mountain air. She twinkled from the great god's eye, and knowing Hera would not just stand by. More pleasure for the wife than the husband when in bed. Clouds swirled and teemed, then hardened. The senses sharpened. Laughter fled the room. The goddess of marriage begged to differ, and what started softly soon grew stiffer. A neutral arbiter would be needed, and just the one in all of Greece credentialed, having loved a woman as a man, yet also loved a man as a woman. What wise Tiresias had already been, just the half had others seen. Tiresias, Tiresias, in such matters you're the best. But will the gods turn back on you the gifts with which you're blessed? Though born his mother's baby boy, he'd once been 7 years a woman, and with the bearded lovers he'd enjoyed, a woman's body he had employed. Transformed by serpent ritual, and drawing deeply on the spiritual, he transformed himself a second time. To his bearded form he did revert, though there were insights he would now claim, there were also risks he could not tame. Although this may bring me strife, there is more pleasure for the wife. Tiresias knew the answer, and with a simple scale explained that men, when in the act of love, are dealt the lesser pleasure from above. 9 parts are pleasure for the woman, measured on a scale of 1 to 10, leaving just 1 part pleasure for the man. This is how his learned judgment ran, and this man who'd once a woman been, something fiery Hera had not seen. Tiresias, Tiresias, in such matters you're the best. But will the gods turn back on you the gifts with which you're blessed? He should have feigned some indecision. Like Paris, now he'd pay the price. In a moment's hindsight he knew better. Matters of judgment turned to terror. Too bold was his opinion in this matter. Hera rendered him with blindness. The vengeful goddess had her fun, and since a curse could never be undone, almighty Zeus now sought to equalise, bestow some honour or gift of equal size. As marble columns faded, and the soft white clouds withdrew, 'twas Hera's Sophic smile, the last he saw as darkness grew. But in the twilight was a knowingness, detached from now and present, the overwhelming darkness displaced by something less unpleasant. What was yet to pass unveiled itself in the shadow of the fates. As one sight withdrew, another grew, as he stood there at its gates. The mighty gift of prophecy, Zeus had yielded this reward, consolation for his loss of sight, never to be restored. He bore his fate with dignity. Hera's bitter smile had passed. With the great god's gift of prophecy, he wouldn't feel downcast. Tiresias, Tiresias, they put you to the test. For the gods you are a novelty, and now you're wiser than the rest.